Morning, beloveds. Oh, I think I have my Okay, that explains it. I have my camera backwards. Not that it matters one way or another, but it just means I'm going to be looking odd for the rest of the okay. Good morning, beloveds. It is December 9th. I am clearly not awake, not functioning on all cylinders, and I've already been for a 5-mile bike ride. We are taking the opportunity to explore different parts of the neighborhood next to us. And it's really nice right now because the Christmas decorations are up. So it's, yeah. Okay. Then a couple of the houses over there are just really going all the way out for Christmas. Okay. It is December 9th. And our title is, I have a spiritual vision within me that beholds a perfect universe. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord, which is, and which was, and which is to come, the Almighty. And that is from Revelations 1:8. But verily, thou art not able to behold me with these thine eyes, the divine eye I give unto thee. And that is from the Bhagavad Gita. And there is but one Brahma, which is truth's self. It is from ignorance of that one that Godheads have been conceived to be diverse. And that is from the Mahabharata, which I think I've read, but it's been a while. And yeah, okay. Spirit is absolute cause. No. Spirit as absolute cause is the beginning and the end of everything. If we place complete reliance upon the Spirit as being the adequate cause, then we may as certainly place complete reliance upon it as producing the desired effect. When we give a spiritual mind treatment, we are using this absolute cause, which is the Alpha. From it automatically proceeds the effect, which is the Omega. Thus, the treatment contains the potential possibility of its own answer. Jesus said, "The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life." He knew that because he consciously dealt with first cause, there would be no question about the effect. Our lesson says that the lack of the realization that there is but one final power has given rise to the belief in many gods. Some of these gods we call evil, lack, want, limitation, pain, and death. These false gods must be deserted, for there is but one, which is truth's self. We are told that while we cannot behold the invisible presence with these physical eyes, the divine eyes I give unto thee. This has an identical meaning with the saying of Jesus that spiritual things must be spiritually discerned. I have a spiritual vision within me that beholds a perfect universe. Daily, this vision guides me to success, happiness, prosperity, physical and mental well-being. My spiritual vision is open. I am awake to the greater possibility. Okay. I'm starting to wonder if December might be from the there was a course that Ernest Holmes taught that you could mail off for. You could contact, and I think it was through the magazine, the Science of Mind magazine, but you could mail in and you would receive lessons like every month. And I think that may be what these are. These are they're excerpts from the lessons that Ernest wrote, and then he would mail that you could contact, I think it was through the magazine, you could contact them and they would mail them to you. And I believe that the lessons that these probably come from are available through the archive. I was digging around on the archive, the website the other day, Science of Mind Archives. And so that may be where this comes from, and that may be why this is such a master's degree or PhD kind of work. Because for the most part, Ernest talked on a level that was accessible to everybody. He wanted everybody to have access to this, but sometimes when he wrote, he could be very, like, if you've read the textbook, you know what I mean. And so I suspect that may be where December is coming from. I think December is coming from those lessons that was very early on. So that might explain why they're so different from everything we've read up to this point. So if you have any interest, like I said, go to the Science of Mind archives and check them out. I may give Jesse a call and say, hey, what about this? Okay. So I have a spiritual vision within me that beholds a perfect universe. That would be one of the things that Reverend Jesse talks about, is that place that nothing has ever been wrong, that place in the center of us. That perfect idea, because the effect, we kind of get in the way of that. So the effect isn't always perfect. And that's one of the things about treatment, is if your thoughts and your feelings don't align when you're doing the treatment, that can account for sometimes when what you get from treatment isn't what you thought you wanted. So there's that thought. And it really is about going to that place when you are working on something, going to that place where nothing has ever been wrong. Going to as if you're working on like physical, then going to what Dr. Goswami would call the bliss body, the perfect blueprint, God's idea of you. So, I mean, we can touch the revelations. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord, which is, which was, and which is to come, the Almighty. There's nothing but God. Clear. But verily, thou art not able to behold me with these thine eyes. The divine eye I give unto thee. So, I may have my stories correct, but I think the Bhagavad Gita is a conversation between a warrior king and his chariot driver, who turns out to be God. I may have that confused with one of the other ones, because the Upanishads is another one, but I'm pretty sure that that's the Bhagavad Gita. So his chariot driver in this war is God. Like, yeah. And so it's like God has turned to him and said, okay, you can't see me for who I am with your physical eyes. But if you will open your spiritual eyes, then you will see me for what I am. And you will see everything for what it is. We let the mortal coil confuse us with these eyes. So we want to open the physical eyes, or the spiritual eyes. And then that last one from the Mahabharata, if you want to Google it, it's Mahabharata. There is but one Brahma, which is truth's self. It is from ignorance of that one that the Godheads have been conceived to be diverse. One of the critiques of the Hindu religion is they have so many gods. No, really, they have one. But when we look with our physical eyes, we can't encompass all of it, so we keep dealing with parts of it. And so we keep giving the parts of God different names. But it's still all one God. It's still Brahma. Okay, so spirit as absolute cause is the beginning and end of everything. If we place complete reliance upon this spirit as being the adequate cause, then we may as certainly place complete reliance upon it producing the desired effect. So, that's about getting our own will out of the way. If we get our will out of the way and use the divine will, we're going to get the results that we are seeking. But that's also about getting our idea of what we want out of the way. When we get too specific about what we want, we limit our choices. We limit the way spirit can bring it into us. And that's one of the reasons why Reverend Jesse leans on, what is the feeling that you want? Don't focus on the physical manifestation, focus on the feeling, because you can get the feeling in multiple different ways, and if you get hung up on that one physical manifestation, it's going to be harder to get. So, okay. When we give a spiritual mind treatment, we are using this absolute cause, which is the alpha. From it automatically precedes the effect, which is the omega. Thus, the treatment contains the potential possibility of its own answer. The treatment contains the potential possibility of its own answer. And that's kind of the secret when you're going to a practitioner. You are not going to the practitioner for the practitioner to give you answers. You already carry the answers within yourself. You are going to a practitioner to help you uncover your own answers. Everything you need is already within you. But chaos, mortal coil, the noise of the world. And so that's what a practitioner can do, is to help you uncover your own answers. So I keep seeing the same thing. When you go to a healer to be healed, the healer is not healing you. The healer is helping you to uncover your own healing within you. It is your body that is doing the healing. It is not the healer who is doing the healing. The healer is just helping you unblock what your body should be doing. Same thing with practitioners. You already carry your own answers within you. All practitioners are doing is helping you uncover those answers. The first cause is within you. Therefore, you can get the effects you're wanting. Trust yourself. Trust the first cause. All right. Jesus said, "The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, they are life." That is trust. That is trust. Jesus trusted when he opened his mouth, his words would not be returned void unto him, because he knew that he was using first cause, and he was using it consciously, not just throwing it to the wind. He sat down and thought about what he wanted before he spoke his words. And he came from that place that nothing has ever been wrong. He came from first cause. He knew that because he consciously dealt with first cause, there would be no question about the effect. Our lesson says that a lack of realization, our lesson, that's why I think that these are from his his lessons that he would mail you. Our lesson, because I've heard him say it a couple of times in these excerpts. Our lesson says that a lack of the realization that there is but one final power has given rise to the belief in many gods. Our lesson says that the lack of realization that there is but one final path. There is one. There is one. I don't know how many times we say it. We say it. We say it all the time. There is one. There is one. There is one life, one power, one presence, one love. We say it, but do we believe it? Is it centered down in our bones? Do we believe it to the core of who we are? That's a shout out to Ruth, by the way. That's what she says. I want to know this teaching in my bones. Okay. Some of these gods we call evil, lack, want, limitation, pain, and death. Confusion and noise. These false gods must be deserted, for there is but one, which is truth's self. And he uses the capital T and the capital S there. So it's like we have to go back to first cause. We have to go back to there is only one power, one God, one spirit, one divine pattern, one divine idea. And all of the rest of those words that we just used are effects. They are not powers. And they are misuses of the power. We are told that while we cannot behold the invisible presence with these physical eyes, the divine eye I give unto thee, which means we have access to it. This, and it's about being conscious. This has an identical meaning with the saying of Jesus that spiritual things must be spiritually discerned. We can't look at the divine with the physical. We can't. So it's not looking with the eyes, it's looking with the heart. It is. It really. It's like we can't see the divine with our physical eyes. We can sense the divine with our physical eyes. But if we want to see the divine, then we have to look with our heart. And we have to look from that place where nothing has ever been wrong. So, I have spiritual vision within me that beholds a perfect universe. Daily, this vision guides me to success, happiness, prosperity, physical and mental well-being. My spiritual vision is open. I am awake to the greater possibility. So our mission, should we choose to accept it, is exactly that last couple of sentences right there. Our mission is to look with spiritual vision, to behold that perfect universe that is so beyond the physical noise that we see. Our mission is to allow this vision, this vision that we see in our heart, to guide us daily. And it is to be to have our spiritual vision open, to be awake to the greater possibility. So, my goodness. And I just got a baby picture through text message. That should be interesting. All right then. We have a new nephew. Do something loving for yourself. Do something kind for yourself. Do something compassionate for yourself today and every day. I talk about opening the windows of your soul. And that is that spiritual vision. It is to look at the mortal coil from that place that nothing has ever been wrong. To open the windows of your soul, allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you live in heaven now. Look at the world with God's idea, not with your physical senses. See the underlying good and work for that. And then just discard everything that isn't in that. All right. So I'm going to think about that. I encourage you to think about that. I encourage you to do something to engage your mind and your body today. I don't know about where everybody else is, but here in Houston, It's going to be in the mid-70s today. So today would be a good day to open your windows and allow some fresh air in and get some fresh perspective. All right? Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Cleopatra. You as well. Have a wonderful day. And we're going to get through the month of December. Oh, one way or another. All right, beloveds. Do what you need to do to make it a wonderful day.